Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our broadcast of Utica Chieftain football on Shelby TV. Alongside my broadcast partner, Tim Meyer, I'm Stephen McDonald, coming to you live this evening from Swinehart Field for our game between the Utica Chieftains and the Warren Mott Marauders. Now, the Chieftains come in 3-3, as well as the Marauders also 3-3, but the Chieftains 3-1 in MAC White play, while Warren Mott 2-2. And Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about this Warren Mott team?
Well, they've got a couple of real explosive players on offense. You're going to watch quarterback Josiah Sims, and then you're going to want to look at Gilbert Christian as a wide receiver, Tommy Harris, and don't forget Caleb Liggins at running back, number 35. He's going to be tough all night. The defense is fast. The problem is that the guys are going both ways, and they could tire out at the end. But as long as they run their offense and keep it possession, they will be okay. They should be all right. They run a spread offense. It's going to be exciting.
Well, again, the Chieftains come into play tonight 3-3 on the year, 3-1 in MAC White play. They picked up a win a week ago on the road against the Ford Falcons, 34-8, the final in that, as we take a look at a few highlights from that game. And Tim, the offense got back on track last week against the Falcons, putting up those 34 points. A couple of big plays both in the pass game and in the run. They finished with 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. They've also won 3 out of their last 4 games overall on the year, but tonight against the Marauders, a little bit of a different story as Warren Mott comes in 9-5 all time against the Chieftains and winners of 3 in a row. But here on homecoming, it's the final night for these seniors here from Swinehart Field. Anything can happen. Get your final thoughts here.
Well, Coach Tom Millinoff is a very veteran coach. He's been around a while, and he is I want to say probably one of the more experienced coaches in the league, and he'll have his team ready to play tonight, so rest assured about that.
Well, it's the Chieftains and the Marauders in a MAC White battle, the last MAC White game for the Chieftains here in 2021. Kickoff is next.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back into Swinehart Field on a Friday night here in Utica, Michigan. on Shelby TV. Alongside my broadcast partner Tim Meyer, I'm Stephen McDowell, and tonight we've got the Utica Chieftains, 3-3 Utica Chieftains against the 3-3 Warren Mott Marauders. This is a MAC White battle between these two teams. Chieftains 3-1 in MAC White play, Marauders 2-2 in league play. Tim, getting some of your thoughts here as we get set to wrap up pregame here in just a few moments.
Well, I'm kind of excited. The Utica team has come together. Their quarterback, number 11, Darren Welch, is really coming along to be a force to be reckoned with. And, of course, they always got the big fella, number 52, Bryce Cotelas. He's their leader on that line offensively and defensively, and he's still playing at a high level. So the Marauders should watch out, especially when they play in a lot of guys both ways. And they could get tired, but they're an exciting team too, and their defense is fast. So we'll see how the Chieftains are able to counterpunch with that fast defense.
And real quick before we get to the national anthem here from Swinehart Field, talking to head coach Matt Maruli here pregame, said that on homecoming here tonight for the Chieftains, they want to manage that energy and excitement that this homecoming crowd will bring to them here this evening and clean things up a little bit offensively. They had a couple miscues offensively a week ago against the Ford Falcons, but he believes that they have the ability to do that here tonight. So they bounced back well in the second half of the game offensively a week ago, but we will step aside for just a moment for our national anthem. Tim, what a special game we have on our hands here this evening. Utica Chieftains, Warren Mott Marauders. If you're just joining us on Shelby TV, homecoming weekend for the Chieftains. It's also the seniors' final game here from Swinehart Field, and not just for the football team, it goes for the dance team, cheer team, the marching band as well, just everybody involved here in Chieftain Nation, even the students as well, the tribe on hand. And I was really impressed prior to the game how quickly the students filed in here at Swinehart Field. Actually got in a few minutes before the gates opened. Not sure how that happened, but they actually had to be asked to leave the stadium for a few minutes. And that's just really the energy that's been brought to this field here tonight.
Well, that's true. You know, the seniors, it's a special night for them. They want to go out winners, and then everybody else will follow suit. They will all feel like winners when they go out, and from the band to the dance team to the cheerleaders to the student body.
As we are just moments away from kickoff, Chieftains to receive first, sporting some new uniforms here tonight. Usually go with the black jerseys, this time going with more of a gray. The numbers outlined with orange trim as that ball kicked through the back of the end zone will come out for a touchback as we begin play here from Swinehart Field. As sunset appears to have just fallen upon us.
Braden Abbott, number 18 for the Marauders. I mean, he put a foot into that. Their kicker, number 18.
So one of those seniors here on homecoming / a bit of a senior night, if you will. Darren Welch to quarterback the Chieftains once again here this evening, going up against this Marauders defense. Had another bomb for a touchdown a week ago against the Falcons, finding Anthony Flowers on the other end. On 1st and 10, he comes out of the shotgun, goes handoff. This looks to be Dylan Chase, slips a tackle, gets across the 25 down to around the 29-yard line, just short of that first down line to gain. They will give him the 29 and bring up 2nd down and 1. Chase, 2 touchdown runs a week ago, picks up right where he left off here tonight.
And there you see a nice shot of the ground. Number 77, Pritchard on that tackle. Or it's Raymond Pritchard. But it was a good job of running there and weaving his way for a good gain of 9 yards.
On 2nd down and 1, ball at the 29-yard line. Welch brings a man quickly in motion. They'll go handoff. Slips by a tackle. This looks to be Azar dragging his man for the first down. And they will give him the first down and more around the 33-yard line. And Christian Gilbert, the linebacker, on the tackle.
Does a little fancy foot step in here and finds his first down. Oh, he didn't see that, but he did, trust me.
So the Chieftains again electing to stick with the ground game here on the first few snaps. But as we've seen in past weeks, that's something that they will go to and then have Welch take a shot down the field. Let's see if they do so here on 1st and 10 from the 33. Running back to his left. He'll hand it off, trying to stretch it to the outside. Cuts it up, hit around the 40, and finally driven out there.
It's number 14, Jason Azar, and he does a good job of picking up good yardage. But the Utica offensive line seemingly is having its way right now with that defensive line of the Warren Mott Marauders.
Martin Schwanke pushed Azar out of bounds, but it's a gain of 8 on first down, so brings up 2nd down and 2. Ball now spotted at the 41-yard line for the Chieftains. They have to get it to about the 43 for a first down. Welch in the shotgun, looks like he has Azar to his right. He'll go handoff again, trying to cut it up over the middle. Looks like he got the first down as he lunged forward, and does by about a yard.
And that's a good running back. He knows where the sticks are, and he lunged forward just so he had enough for the first down. And it's a good opening drive for the Utica Chieftains as they're able to run the football. And as we talked to Coach Marulli before the game, and he was just saying, hey, we got to control the football.
Absolutely control the football, also control the emotion around this game here tonight. Again, homecoming on tap for the Chieftains. Fans filed in well prior to kickoff here tonight from Swinehart Field. On first down, they go handoff with a whistle at the snap.
I think that's illegal procedure. We'll see.
You got defense lining up in the encroachment zone. Still first down.
You got to be careful. You got to know where you're at all the time on that football field. You know, the officials are watching. So you see it there. You see that looked like a tackle there. Yeah, he was right in there. I mean, his helmet was in the encroachment zone.
So 3 minutes gone by here, opening quarter. First possession of the ball game. Chieftains right around that 50-yard line at their 49. A free 5 yards given to them by Warren Mott. On 1st and 5, they go handoff middle over the 50 and down to around the 46-yard line. Looks like they'll give him the spot for the first down.
Now that was Jake Milanoff, and he is the son of the coach, Tom Milanoff. You'll see him here make the tackle. He's a senior this year, so this is his last year playing for his dad. A tough player.
And for the Chieftains, they'll go on the road to Chippewa Valley a week from today, then finish off the year with Sterling Heights High School. On 1st down and 10 from the Marauders' 46-yard line. This time it's Jaden Slaughter up that left side. He's across the 40 down to the 35, and there he goes down the far sideline and finally driven out. The referee continuing downfield. Looks like they'll spot him at the 15-yard line out of bounds. And Tim, that's exactly what this Chieftain team can do to a defense going 3 deep at running back on the very first possession of the game.
Well, Jaden, once he got outside, he turned it on. If he had more field on that left side, he probably would have gone all the way. They weren't going to catch him. Showing off his speed right there.
And following the big run by Jaden Slaughter, back into the ball game comes Jason Azar. On 1st and 10 from the 15, Chieftains on the move. First possession of the game. Go handoff to Azar, cuts it back up the middle, around the 10-yard line as he keeps his feet moving, and they will mark him around that 11-yard line.
And Jason Azar did a good job of making a cut. And it probably got him an extra 2 or 3 yards. You can see it here. Right here, he makes a cut back to the middle. That probably got him that extra yardage.
So the Chieftains all the way down to the Marauders' 11-yard line. Haven't attempted a pass on this opening possession yet with 7:30 to go in the first quarter of play. 2nd down and 6 as they go handoff once again. Azar this time nowhere to go, still on his feet, but he's going to be brought down well in the backfield on that run.
And you can't do that against this defense. Nathan Apostle was the guy that tackled him, number 55. You can only do that so much. This is a fast defense, and they recover fast. See, he thinks he's got a little bit of room there now. Run somebody, no. He almost was knocked down by number 14, Nick Stempfiak.
Well, they call it a loss of 2 on 2nd and 6, brings up 3rd down and 8. Ball now spotted at the 13-yard line. So we might see the first pass of our game from senior quarterback Darren Welch.
He's got to go down to the 6 for a first down.
He'll go underneath for Azar out of the backfield. Looks like he got the first down, stays in bounds, and that's a touchdown for the Chieftains. Well, we talked about Jaden Slaughter a few plays ago. If he had just kept his feet in bounds along that far sideline, could have had a touchdown himself. This time, Azar does it.
And you see number 11, the defensive back, Ojanaka Suparuchi. He's only a sophomore, and he makes a sophomore mistake. We should have forced him more into the middle. Didn't get there fast enough, and good job by Azar.
Extra points up and good, which brings our score, the Utica Chieftains 7 and the Warren Mott Marauders 0, but they will have their first possession of the ballgame coming up in just a moment with 6:25 to go here in the first.
He doesn't get there fast enough, and then he misses a tackle, but that's a sophomore making a mistake. And Azar took advantage of it, and the senior was able to get by him and in for the touchdown. And it's always good to have that early lead in high school football, but also we only have 6 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Chieftain offense did exactly what Coach Murley wanted, and that was to possess the football for a long period of time.
Well, they had 3 touchdowns a week ago, 2 by Dylan Chase, 1 by Jason Azar, and now they have a receiving touchdown here to start our game tonight. Set to kick off for the Chieftains, another senior, Jack Mahoney.
You got deep Gilbert and a Christian. He pooches it. That's number 35, Caleb Liggins, that picked that ball up and ran it for Mott. We expect to see him in the backfield. He's one of their better running backs. He's a big bull, got a little bit of speed.
So the Marauders will start their first possession of the game. Ball spotted at their 32-yard line. And Tim, you mentioned number 9 in white for the Marauders and in Christian Gilbert as one of those players in pregame to watch out for this Warren Mott offense.
Gilbert is an explosive player, but also an explosive is Josiah Sims, the quarterback.
Sims lined up in the shotgun, brings a man into the backfield with him. Looks like Liggins. Stuffed in the backfield for a loss, back inside the 35-yard line, down to around the 34.
Not a very productive run. You thought they would be fooled, like Liggins was going to get it, and he pitches it there to number 5, Dominic Ianta, and Dominic got smothered by a great defensive play by the Chiefs.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 13. The original line of scrimmage was the 37, to correct what I said earlier. On that run to the far sideline and out of bounds.
Yeah, Sims, the quarterback there, he was trying to make it all up there. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. But Utica, good job of keeping Sims in front of him, making a good tackle out there.
So on that gain of 3 on 2nd down and 13, that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Ball back to that original line of scrimmage. As you mentioned, Tim, the 37-yard line. They have to get it to the 47-yard line for a 1st down.
That's good math skills you got there.
I do what I can. It's not always easy. Taking a deep shot over the middle, has a man, and just a little too far out in front.
There's a flag out there, Ja'Cory Anderson.
Looks like they were setting up the deep pass for Ja'Cory Anderson, as you said, Tim.
It looks like it's going to be interference against Utica. You saw the push in the back, but
You got defensive pass interference. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
And a tough break for the Chieftain defense on 3rd and 10.
yeah, we didn't see it there on the play, but he was Ja'Cory Anderson was pushed in the back.
So that puts the ball across midfield for the Marauders. Ball spotted at the Chieftain 47-yard line for 1st down. On a stretch run to the right side, finally dragged out of bounds right around the 40.
Here we go. This is the hurry-up offense. It's run and shoot, baby. That's what Coach Milanoff promised us.
Sims hands off straight up the middle, and finally tripped up as he got across the 20-yard line down to around the 19. They'll spot him at the 18 as he fell forward, and again, Tim, they'll go quickly. Sims the quarterback, looks like Liggins the running back.
Here comes
This time
Sims.
they'll pull it back. Rusher nearly got there for the Chieftains, still trying to get down the sideline. A penalty flag comes out
there's
as
a holding
Sims.
on that side, that left side. One of the Marauder players had his arm extended. He's grabbing a Chieftain. It's going to come back. Watch it here. Sims shows his athletic ability.
They have holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Well, on the run, Sims got to around the 11-yard line, but of course the holding penalty negates that.
And they go from the spot of the foul, so it's going to be 2nd down and or 1st down and 14 rather.
Ball now spotted at the 22-yard line. Approaching 4.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Chieftains up 7-0. Marauders with their first possession of our contest. They go handoff again. Liggins up the middle. He's tripped up in the hole and brought down quickly. Looks like they'll give him a gain of 1 on 2nd down. Excuse me, on 1st down.
Yeah, that was Gavin Siptowski. You see him here. Just got him by the shoestrings and pulled it. And so it's 2nd down, Marauders.
2nd down and 10. Fell forward for a few yards as we approach 4 minutes to go. Throw it toward the end zone.
Another pass interference.
Broken up, but a flag comes in the back of the end zone.
That pass was intended for Christian Gilbert. And I would have liked to see
Defensive pass interference. Half the distance to the goal.
That's Tommy Boyd, the junior defensive back for the
2nd down.
Chieftains in coverage.
Sims need to put a little bit more air under that football, but it's 2nd down. How he's going to run it.
Left side, cuts it up around the 5, and he's brought down there by a couple Chieftain defenders.
Yeah, he's crushed there. Chieftains played that really well.
So both teams on their opening possession taking a lot of time off the clock here in this first quarter. Inside 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter from Swinehart Field. On homecoming weekend for the Utica Chieftains. Also the final home game from Swinehart Field for the seniors here tonight. Sims in the shotgun. Has Liggins to his left. They'll go pass. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Throws, end zone, and hits the ground, incomplete.
That's TJ Pace, number 57 for Utica, doing the chasing. See, I don't know. The officials are conferring now. They're checking to see. Maybe the back official there didn't have a good, clear look. Maybe somebody saw something different, like a catch, maybe.
Ja'Cory Anderson was on the receiving end, and they do signal a touchdown following the discussion as we take a look at the replay here. Tough to tell as he turned his back at the last second trying to bring that ball in. Tough to tell if he did get his hands all the way underneath it, but the referees signal touchdown anyway.
It looked like he did. It looked like he put it.
So the extra point up coming to tie us. It is up and good, so we are in fact tied 7-all with 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. Chieftains in a moment will have their second possession of the game as they marched it all the way down deep into Marauder territory before finally making their first pass attempt of the night, which led to a Jason Azar touchdown.
There you see it, and it looks like he caught it. Put his hands around it. They wouldn't have disputed that, but our replay shows it looked like a pretty good catch. The Mott Marauders coming down the field, and with the aid of a couple pass interference penalties, were able to put it in the end zone. Some good running there by Liggins and good quarterbacking by Josiah Sims as he guided his team down there and got the touchdown pass to Anderson.
Chieftains come into play 3-3 on the year, 3-1 in Mac White play. Marauders 3-3 as well, but 2-2 in Mac White play. Kickoff into the end zone.
Oh, you can't run that out.
And that will be blown dead in the end zone.
Dylan Chase thought, I want to try a 102-yard kickoff return. Not in high school, folks. Once it goes into the end zone, that's it. That's all she wrote.
But it looks like Dylan Chase will stay on the field for this first snap of the Chieftains' possession.
Well, the key is, how is Utica going to respond to Mott, running up and down the field? Can they continue that offensive momentum that they established on their first drive?
Ball spot at the 20. Welch goes handoff, trying the right side, not a lot of room, but somehow stays on his feet, breaks it out across the 25 down to around the 27-yard line.
Anderson was the guy who caught the touchdown. He was also the guy that made the tackle here. How does he get through that tackle? Tough running.
That's one thing that we can say about these Chieftain running backs, all three of which we've seen so far here tonight. They really do well to stay on their feet through contact like that and able to get a few extra yards. But that brings up second down and 3. They'll go handoff again to the right side. Pushes his way off a block, got the first down across the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, that was Dylan Chase on that run, and he got the first down, but he got smacked a little bit. He got on the grass of Caleb Barlow, number 60, the big defensive lineman for the Marauders. Jimmy Vigas, longtime Utica athletic director, football coach, and
Welch brings a man in motion, looks to pass, but a flag comes out right at the snap.
And he had breaking free was a tight end, number 42, Gavin.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Gavin Zipkowski ready to run a long out and up. Tight end.
When I talked to Chieftain head coach Matt Maruli here before our game this evening, he said offensively he thought they bounced back well against the Falcons a week ago, but had some mistakes such as penalties that negated a few big touchdown plays for them, but he thought they responded well to that in the second half and came away with the 34-8 win to the 35 down to around the 36-yard line.
Good job by Azar again, just picking his way, getting good blocks. I mean, that offensive line for the Chieftains doing a good job. Look at him. Watch big number. Just follow big number 52, Bryce Catellis, and he'll lead you to the promised land.
Catellis, a starter along the offensive and defensive lines here for the Chieftains, a standout on both sides of the football. Forced a fumble a week ago against the Ford Falcons that led to the first Chieftains score of the game. On 2nd down and 5, again go handoff. Jumps back across the 40, and a flag comes down right around the 40-yard line.
Tackle made there by the Marauders, number 77.
Hold it on defense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still 2nd down.
Raymond Pritchard again, and Coach Maruli can't be happy with the mistakes.
Inside a minute to play here, opening quarter from Swinehart Field, all tied at 7, Utica Chieftains and Warren Mott Marauders. And you're right, Tim, I just got done saying head coach Matt Maruli not too happy with some of the mistakes. The penalties that they had a week ago took some touchdowns off the board for them. They were able to battle through it, though. That's something he liked about the offense in that game. But again, just right there, you're seeing negated a nice run there by Jason Azar. Brings up 2nd down and 12, clock running here in the first quarter. Welch from the shotgun. This time he'll go play action. Looking middle, has a man. That looks like Zbytowski hit him in the hands and falls incomplete.
Yeah, it was number 42 for the Chieftains there. Gavin Zbytowski. Welch threw that ball a little early. He'd have just waited a half-hair second. I think Gavin would have made that catch. See it here. Wasn't really ready for it. And it was high, too, as well.
So that brings up 3rd down and 12. Ball still spotted at the 29-yard line with 23.3 seconds to go here in the first. Welch in the shotgun.
Got to get to the 42, their own 42 for first down.
He's looking left. Now he'll roll right, eyes downfield, finds a man, sliding down across the 40, just on the other side of the first down line. Looks like Malone.
Tommy Boyd made that nice sliding catch, just like his daddy used to do for the Detroit Lions.
It was Boyd on the receiving end.
Good job of keeping that ball in front of him and letting it come into his body. And he ran the right route because he knew exactly where the sticks were, and he got the first down.
And with that first down play, that'll bring us to the end of our first quarter of play. Utica Chieftains all tied up with the Warren Mott Marauders 7-7. Tim, getting your thoughts on that opening quarter of play.
Well, you know, the Utica Chieftains did exactly what Coach Maruli told us that he wanted to do in the game, and that's get the football, sustain a long drive, take time off the clock, keep it away from the Warren Mott Marauders. Unfortunately, when the Marauders did get the ball, they also put together a drive, aided by a few penalties, but doesn't matter. It's still moving the ball down the field, and they've tied this score. Now, Utica has got the ball to begin the second quarter, and we'll see if they can sustain the drive. They do have the wind at their back.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to shout out Esplendido Mexican Cuisine, Pizza and Spirits. You can call 586-739-1070. They do have delivery options available as well.
And you can go in there and say hello to Carl and tell him, make me a pizza. Tim Myers said, make me a pizza.
First down and 10, ball at the 43. They swing it outside for Flowers. Across the 50 to the 45 and driven out right around the Warren Mott 40-yard line. That is, in fact, where they mark him out. And another big first down for the Chieftain offense.
And Flowers showed his explosiveness there. And, man, he got it, and he giddy up down that field pretty quickly. He turned it on. And good job. You see it here. Watch him as he gets it. And as soon as he knows he's got it, he just runs like a track star there.
It was Welch to Flowers on their lone touchdown pass a week ago. As they go handoff again, this is Azar to the 35 and dropped there.
And there's old number 25 for Warren Mott, Martin Schwenke. And he was holding on for dear life so his mates could help him out.
Gain of 6 on the run brings up second down and 4. Ball spot at the 34-yard line. They go handoff again. Azar cuts it back to the left, tripped up, but he's going to get right around that first down line. Looks like he's a yard past it. So that should give him the 29-yard line.
James Broders, number 26, Browders, I'm sorry. Number 26 just grabbed low and held on, and his mates came there and helped him complete the tackle. But it's first down.
Just about a minute and a half gone here in the second quarter of play. On first down from the 29, Welch goes handoff again. This time it's Chase to the left side across the 25 down to around the 23-yard line.
Anderson on the tackle for Warren Mott, but a good gainer by Chase. He does a nice job of picking a hole here. And he sees it, and he try to split those two guys. It's Schwenke and Anderson, but couldn't do it.
Second down and 5, ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Chieftains again on the move. Staying committed to that ground game here in the early going. And once again, they'll go back on the ground, straight up the middle, across the 20, pushing his way towards the 15. And they'll finally give him forward momentum down to around the 17-yard line.
That's a good hard run by Chase. He shows here. It's some good blocking, and they move a little bit of a hole, but then he just keeps bowling his way forward. Christian Gilbert had a hold of him, but his momentum, Dylan Chase, kept it going and got that extra couple yards.
That gives the Chieftains a new set of downs at the 17-yard line. Looking to go back up a score. To the left side, Chase stays on his feet, inbounds, and finally driven out. Looks like they'll spot him around the 12-yard line.
And that was a play that looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere, and Chase did make some right there, missed tackle by the Marauders, number 12, Tommy Harris, and Chase makes the best of it and takes advantage of that missed tackle, and now it's a manageable second down, second and 5?
Second and 5, so they can get it to the 7-yard line for a first down. That would give them a first and goal scenario with 8.5 to play in the half. Welch will roll out. This is a run all the way. He gets to the 10, down around the 9-yard line, and he's upended there.
Good play there by number 7, Jake Milanoff. Coach's son does a great job of recognizing that and making the tackle here. See it right here. Here comes Milanoff. Nice textbook tackle. Right at the knees, and he dropped him. But a gainer for Welch of about 3 yards, so it leaves us 3rd and 2. We got to trust our scorekeeper, Jack Kramer.
Dylan Chase, the running back, to Welch's right. They'll go run, cuts it back up the middle. Looks like he has the first down, keeps his feet pushing, And right around the 5.5-yard line looks like they'll mark him, so that should be good enough for Chieftains first down. That'll bring up 1st and goal.
Liggins and Anderson on the tackle there, but a good job of recognizing where the hole was, and there it was, right behind Big Catellis, number 52. And he moved some people out of there. There was a little bit of room there in the middle of that line.
All tied at 7, Chieftains and Marauders. On 1st and goal from the 6, Welch in the shotgun has 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Instead, he'll go handoff the other way to the 5, inside, and marked down
right
at the 1.
Oh, they marked him down. Oh, man, looked like he was in there.
The far side official came running down the line, saying he was down short.
Oh, here's Chase.
As he reaches for that end zone. They go quickly. And again, doesn't look like he got in. Again, that far side official comes in. So that'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
They've been running the ball really well all night, so you better have a play here. Clock is ticking though, you better hurry up.
Ball spotted about a foot inside the 1-yard line. So the Marauders will have their ears pinned back a bit. Send 2 receivers to the bottom, Welch in the shotgun. He'll go handoff, turning the corner.
That's a touchdown.
And he's in for the touchdown. Chieftains take a 13-7 lead.
Dylan Chase did a good job turning on the jets to get into that end zone, and then he was grabbed, but it was too late. You see it here.
As we see meets a defender right at the goal line, just powers his way across for the touchdown.
Yeah, and Christian Gilbert didn't have a chance because the momentum, he was almost already over the goal line.
Extra point is up. And right down the middle, Chieftains reclaim the lead. 14-7 our score. The Marauders will have their 2nd possession of the game upcoming here in just a moment. So 2 possessions for the Chieftains, 2 touchdowns, but they also take a ton of time off the clock on both.
Again, doing exactly what Coach Maruli wanted. I mean, you could call this a, run and gun, and this is a real shootout, but it's not really. It's methodical ground games. I mean, if you were going to watch the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Colts back in the 60s in their heydays, that's what you would have seen, a big ground game. The Packer sweep, the running of Tom Matte and the Baltimore Colts, and I bet you don't even know who those are, and I thought you knew football.
Just a little bit before my time there, Tim.
A little bit before your dad's time, probably. That's no face mask, boys. I'm telling you, one little bar across the nose, man. It was, guys, messed up teeth. It's a beautiful thing.
The Chieftains to kick off, up 14-7. Marauders' 2nd possession of the game upcoming. Mahoney with the drive. Back inside the 5. That ball should be live, but they'll blow it dead in the end zone.
Maybe they said that Anderson there, his hands never touched it, but I thought he did. Yeah, anyway, they're going to get it out on the 20. Now we'll see if the Utica Chieftains defense can stop the Marauder offense. No, he never did touch it. So referee says he did not touch it. And our replay shows that. Good kick, though. Getting it all the way deep there.
So with 5:53 to go first half, Marauders down 7. But just their 2nd possession of the game. They still have all 3 timeouts to work with, as does Utica. Checking the play from the sideline. Sims will roll left. This looks like a design run.
Oh, he got good blocking.
All the way to the sideline and out of bounds, but looks like he stepped out just shy of the 1st down line to gain.
Yeah, Utica's got to do a better job of not letting him get outside, and that's on the defensive ends. And Utica showing blitz. Here they come.
Swing it out to the short side. Chieftains in pursuit, made a man miss. Looks like he got the first down and more, tackled forward by the Chieftains defense.
There's Michael Green, number 4, and he shows a little bit of speed and gets the first down for the Marauders. Here we go. Run and shoot.
3 receivers to the top. They look that way. Now it's pulled down by Sims. Shakes off a tackle. And then finally wrapped up in the backfield for a short loss.
Yeah, I think that was Flowers that came up there. Yeah, it was. Flowers came up there, played that really well, and closed quickly. And Sims nowhere to go, baby. Yeah, good job by Flowers there for Utica.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11. Again, the Marauders will check the sideline for the play with 5 minutes to go first half. Ball at the 33. Looking.
Green again.
It. Turns it upfield, makes a man miss. And there he goes across the 50 and finally thrown down at the 45-yard line, but a big gain for the Marauders.
Looked like Sims on the, that was Green, but he showed some moves. Here's the big fullback.
Up the middle they go across the 40, down around the 37-yard line. Had to reach the 35 for a first down. As they go quickly again. But we have a whistle and a timeout called. Head coach Matt Maruli wants to bail out his defense a bit here with 4.5 to go. That's their first timeout of the half. Following the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 2 for Warren Mott.
And Warren Mott, you know, look, their defense gave up a touchdown, and they're coming right back. They're not. Let's take a look here. You'll see the Marauders. This is a nice play. To Green, and look at him. Boom, takes off. Catellus wasn't going to get him. And, you know, he gets arm tackled there by the Chieftains, number 22, Alessandro Van Simenes.
And then Liggins on the run up the middle. 2nd down and 2 following the timeout. Utica with 2 timeouts remaining. Marauders with all 3 of theirs. As they look to tie us back up this time, would be 14 all. Sims in the shotgun. He'll go handoff Liggins.
Oh, no.
And he is absolutely stacked up and driven back. We'll see where they give him forward progress. He was taken down all the way back at the original line of scrimmage, but that's not where they'll mark him. They'll call it a loss of 2, brings up 3rd down and 4.
Gavin Zivotowski leading the way there. And you see also big number 68, Jacob Bush, in on that tackle. And yeah, Liggins wasn't going to go anywhere once Big Jake got it.
So on 3rd and 4, Chieftains have a chance to get off the field defensively, bring a man in motion. Sims fumbled the snap, it's still loose. And finally he'll just sit on it all the way back behind the original line of scrimmage around the 48-yard line. So a big, fortunate play for the Chieftain defense there on 3rd down and 4.
Now it's 4th and 12, and it looks like they're going to go for this. This is the most helpless feeling sometimes. You know, you just can't get the handle of it, but they're going to go for it. Or maybe they'll quick punt it, who knows.
On 4th and 12, ball at the 47.
Trying to draw them offside.
Bring a man in motion again. Checking with the sideline, and it looks like they will just run this down and burn a timeout.
And, you know, that was a strategy all along. They were going to run the clock down as much as they could before they punted it away to Utica. Now, they do have a good place kicker, but I don't know about the punter here. If it's the same guy, he's got a pretty good leg, so we'll see what they're going to do.
Chieftains will get the ball back inside 3 minutes to play here in the first half, a 14-7 lead, and still 2 timeouts remaining.
You see, they even got some, for homecoming, got some fans in the end zone there. Those are the cheap seats.
Well, it did fill up pretty quick here as the gates opened around 6 p.m. as they usually do, but as I mentioned earlier, a couple of the students managed to sneak through prior to gates opening. They were promptly asked to wait outside the gates. On 4th down, they'll wait to drive this one downfield.
Braden Abbott, the kicker, is also the punter, but he gets a little backspin like my pitching wedge, and it's favorable to Utica. That's where the Chieftains got 1st and 10 from it looks like the 22. Show 78 yards to go, and they could open this baby up.
As it stands currently, at worst comes to worst, they'll take a 7-point lead into the half here on homecoming weekend.
Those are the girls that helped us out in the pregame. The cheerleaders, we had them all there, and they showed off their cheering prowess, and they were cheering for you because you're an alumni.
On 1st down and 10, they'll go handoff. This looks to be Slaughter. Across the 25 down around the 28-yard line.
See if they could catch the Marauders playing pass. See Slaughter here. He hits a hole pretty quick, but once big number 60, Caleb Barlow gets a hold of him, that was it. He wasn't going to get out of those clutches.
On 2nd down and 4, just over 2 minutes to play in half number 1. They go handoff again. This is Azar. To the right, shakes a tackle. He's across the 40, dragging some Marauders with him all the way to the 50, and finally brought down there, but not before a big run on 2nd down and 4 for the Chieftains.
Number 25, Martin Swinky. Watch him here as he's trying to tackle him, but he's also trying to strip the football instead of just bringing him down. And that gave Azar a chance to get a few more yards up to the 50.
Welch in the shotgun. He has Perozic and Flowers to the bottom of your screen. He'll roll that way, looking in their direction. He'll throw for Flowers and just overshoots him. And it looks like the Marauders in some double coverage there, Tim.
They do a good job of covering Flowers. They know Flowers is a star receiver there, so you know he's not going to go unnoticed when he runs his pattern. And a good job by the Marauders of covering it. You'll see it here. 2 guys over there, they know. I mean, I think Welch put that ball the only place you could put it without it. You know, if any lower, it gets intercepted. So for a chance to complete, that was a good throw by Welch. We'll see though. It's 2nd and 10 now. It almost forces them to throw it. Under a minute 42 left to play here in the first half.
Still playing with those 2 timeouts are the Chieftains. Ball spotted right at that white stripe down the 50-yard line. Welch looking to throw, looks left, has Azar out of the backfield at the 40, makes a man miss to the 35, and finally brought down around the 34-yard line. And again, a big play for this Chieftains offense will move the chains.
Schwenke and Ianta on that tackle there. Stop the clock for a second, and they're going to run it right quick once that ball's set. Good run, good play by Azar. Yeah.
Welch looking to scramble, buying time, throws deep, has a man, and just a little too far out in front of him towards the end zone. Welch did well to extend that play with his feet, kept his eyes downfield all the way. Just unable to complete it at the other end. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Ball still spotted at the 34-yard line.
See it here. That wasn't going to happen. a little bit too far. Need a little air under that one.
Chieftains with the 14-7 lead on homecoming here this weekend for Utica. As he goes handoff, Azar slips a tackle to the 25, still on his feet, and he'll finally be stopped, but his forward progress gains him the 23-yard line, and that'll move the chains again for another Chieftains first down.
I mean, the score here for Utica would be big. And clock is running minute 5 and counting. What do we got? Illegal procedure. Oh, boy. Well, that will stop the clock.
You got a false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And that's what, to get the clock to stop, it cost them 5 yards, basically.
Chieftains getting up to the line quickly there, trying to snap it. Not electing to use one of their timeouts as we enter a minute to play here in the first half from Swinehart Field.
Utica's got 2 timeouts.
Welch looking, splits through the hands of his receiver and falls incomplete. That stops the clock with 48.2 seconds to go here in our first half of play. Second down and 15 upcoming from the 28-yard line.
It's Tommy Boyd. Just a little too high for him, really. Better pass, maybe he catches that, turns it up. Well, we'll see here. It's only second down, so you just need to get a little bit of a chunk, and they can get it out of bounds. I'd like to see him try to run that sweep again. And close to the out-of-bounds marker, and they can get out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did go to a run play here. Instead, they send Azar out of the backfield. Welch looking in the direction of Azar. Had a receiver down there near the goal line, and it falls incomplete.
That's Tommy Boyd again. Good coverage back there by the Marauders. Wasn't all that bad of a throw. You see just a little bit far, but I mean, the coverage is there. Good coverage there, and we give credit to number 5, Dominic Ianta of Warren Mott.
On third down and 15, Chieftains looking to pick up a big first down here late in the first half. Welch will roll right, set up the screen back to the left, and that falls incomplete.
And the play's blown up by a big number 55, Nathan Apostol, and he does a good job of blowing that whole play up. You see it here, ball's thrown there, but no way Azar was going to catch it, and then even if he did. They got a fourth down. They're going to call timeout out here for Utica. They do have a little bit of a wind at their back. I don't know how strong the leg of Jack Mahoney is. He is a senior kicker. I don't know if they want to try it or not, but as you can see, just a bit of a breeze at his back. And I don't see, I'm looking for Jack down there. I don't see him in that huddle. Hard to find there. There's the Feats ball. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast here at Shelby TV. We enjoy bringing it to you. It's a lot of fun to be out here. And I have to tell you, homecoming, man, a lot of energy with the student body here at Utica. It's great. I love to see it. Better than staying home and playing computer games like you used to do, remember? We didn't have computers when I was a kid.
On 4th and 15, ball at the 28-yard line out of the timeout for the Utica Chieftains. Welch takes the snap, looking. He's going to try end zone. Has a man there. It's Flowers in the end zone, broken up at the last minute.
And he wants a flag, but I think it's pretty good coverage by Anderson. Ja'Cory Anderson did a good job coverage on that play, but Flowers had a chance.
So the Marauders will take over on downs with 30.3 seconds to go here in the first half on Shelby TV. Alongside my broadcast partner Tim Meyer, I'm Stephen McDonald.
Yeah, no, he had a chance to get it and couldn't bring it in. Let's see what the Marauders do. I mean, they might want to fire one up too.
They do have 2 timeouts left here in the first half. They find themselves down 14-7, but they will get the kickoff to begin the second half of play here from Swinehart Field. Chieftains got it first, put the ball in the end zone on a feed to Azar. Swing it out wide, and
nice
net right
play
there and driven back into the backfield. The Chieftains were ready for that.
That was in number 26 there, or 22, excuse me. Alessandro Van Simenez making a nice read and a nice tackle. The Marauders, I believe, called timeout. So you see it here. Look at this play by Alessandro. He just boom, boom, read it and.
Marauders do use their second timeout of the half. They have one remaining, as does Utica, with 22.6 seconds to play here in the first half.
That'll be interesting. Maybe they will go for a long pass. I mean, Sims certainly has the arm to do it. And we know number 4, Green, is an explosive player, and he's out there. So if you can get him the ball in space, man, watch out. And they're both out there. Ianta and Green, but on the bottom of your screen, you can't see it right now, but they are Sims right.
On 2nd and 12, Sims rolling, buying time, throws deep,
Got
has
Green.
a man, and Green steps out of bounds, looked up at the clock for a moment, and got out.
That
He
was a
will
good
pick up
job.
the first down as well.
Good job by Green. Now they don't have to hustle, so the clock's not going to start. At least it shouldn't start. They got some time. Sims a good job of getting rid of that ball, scrambling and getting rid of it, and Green even better job of realizing to get out of bounds.
14.4 seconds to go. Sims looking left, has his man caught for the first down, shakes a tackle, and Christian Gilbert got the first down and more inside the 45-yard line down to the 44 with 6.3 seconds to go. Stephen Paquette, one of the seniors for this Chieftains team, making the tackle.
And Mott's going to call a timeout with 6.3 seconds, so we may see a little bit of some Hail Mary action here into the end zone. They do have big, tall receivers. Number 9, Christian Gilbert, Ja'Cory Anderson, and the littlest guy is Michael Green, but he's the fastest guy. See the Utica cheerleaders. We have some cheerleaders down there, maybe some alumni. Let's take a look at how the Marauders got here. This is a good play here by Josiah. He gets it. Green, better job to get out of bounds and be aware. That's a nice throw to number 9, Gilbert Christian. And he's a tall guy. And let's see, they're all on the top of your screen on the left side. Trips left.
Sims looking, buying time. He'll throw deep. This is short of the end zone, and that falls incomplete. And that will do it for our first half of play. Chieftains head to the locker room up 14-7 here on homecoming weekend for the Utica Chieftains. The Marauders will receive the kick to begin our second half of play here from Swinehart Field. Tim, as we get ready to send it to the half, the Chieftain marching band and dance team getting set to perform as they always do. Get your thoughts on that first half of play.
Well, the first half of play, offensively, Utica did exactly what they wanted, except for that last drive, and they should have scored on that last drive. They were down in the red zone, or close to it. They should have punched that ball in and had a 2-score lead, but they didn't. And the defense came out with a big stop here towards the end. It looked like Mott was going to come down and try and have a chance to maybe get another touchdown. But it's going to be the same in the second half, although the factor is a lot more people are playing both ways for Mott, and will they get tired?
Well, for my broadcast partner, Tim Meyer, I'm Stephen McDonald on Shelby TV. 14-7 your score at the half, and we'll see you in just a moment.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game, I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted, just whistle.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Welcome back to Swinehart Field on Shelby TV alongside my broadcast partner for the evening, Tim Meyer. I'm Stephen McDonald. Moments away from the start of the second half, 14-7 our score. Utica Chieftains ahead of the Warren Mott Marauders. Chieftains come in 3-1 in MAC White play. The Marauders 2-2 on the year in MAC White play. We'll get our thoughts from that first half of play. Look ahead to the second half in just a moment from my partner Tim Meyer. Chieftains celebrating homecoming here this weekend. Also the final game for the Chieftains seniors as we take a look at some highlights from that first half of play, Tim.
This is Slaughter here, and he was had a big run there in the first half, and then this is the touchdown to Mazar. He slips a tackle, goes into the end zone, and the Chieftains are up 7-0. Big Liggins here, and he almost breaks his.
Marauders were able to answer back on their first possession, eventually tied it at 7 on that touchdown throw. But the Chieftains came right back. Finding Anthony Flowers, one of the favorite connections with Darren Welch.
And Welch on a keeper, and then gives it to Azar. Nice cut there. Drags a guy, he's trying to strip the ball. Got to midfield, and then Chase Dillon. Or Dillon Chase, rather. Into the end zone. Good head of steam, good speed going in, and here we are. 14-7, and the Marauders will get the football to start the second half, I believe. Yes, they are. And we saw in that first half, Stephen, I mean, Warren Mott, they can move the football. And it's a good thing that Utica had kept possession for their drives, and they had a long possession. They ate up clock, and that was a good thing. Oh, there we go.
Jack Mahoney to kick off for the Chieftains to begin our second half here from Swinehart Field. 14-7 our score.
Ja'Cory Anderson and number 9, Gilbert Christian. Sorry, Christian Gilbert are deep for the Marauders.
Squibb this kick across the 30, fielded by the Marauders. This is Green, and Green is stuffed at the 30-yard line by the Chieftains. Great job by the Utica special teams there in pursuit.
Number 24, Michael Barua. With a solid stick. Watch it here. Goes a solid stick and a great textbook tackle by Michael.
So on the first possession of our second half, Marauders will have it 1st and 10 ball at the 31-yard line. Sims will set up in the shotgun as 2 receivers split out to each side of the formation, running back to his right.
Look out.
He'll go play action, roll to his right, has a man there, right around the first down line, and the flag comes in from deep in the secondary. And I think we can take a guess at what this will be.
Marulli is on the sidelines. Coach Marulli's on the sidelines.
All right, you got pass interference on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
He's claiming the ball was tipped, and it shouldn't be pass interference. Let's see. I didn't see it tip.
Following the penalty, the ball now spotted at the 46-yard line for Warren Mott.
That has been Mott's offense. Is a big part of it is pass interference penalties. Over 45 yards on pass interference penalty.
Green the motion man, they go play action, looking. And
picked
off inside the 35-yard line. Looks like Alessandro Van Samays with the interception in coverage. And the Chieftains will take over around their 30-yard line, just 17 seconds in to the third quarter here from Swinehart Field.
Yeah, that ball was underthrown, and Alessandro did a great job of coverage on that play and reading the quarterback. And, you know, you got to put some air under it. You got these receivers that can fly. Let it wing.
Van Samays, one of the seniors here for this Utica Chieftain team. Gives his team 1st and 10 from their 30. Welch in the shotgun. They'll go handoff middle. Matt right there in the hole at the line of scrimmage, but able to drag his way forward for a couple.
That's the Slaughter, number 20. So you hit that hole pretty quick, but good tackle there by number 55, Nathan Apostle. And you got a little help from Martin Schwenke.
Gain of 4 on the run by Slaughter brings up 2nd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. They can get it down to the 40 for a 1st down. Just about a minute gone by here in the 3rd quarter. Welch goes handoff again.
Slaughter again trying to get to the outside. He does, but he's met there. Wow. Jacob Anderson closed quickly on that for the Marauders.
Not a ton of running room for the running back Slaughter. Gain of about 2 on the run. Gives them the 36-yard line. Still have to get the 40 for the 1st down. Chieftains finally break the huddle. Come to the line, 3rd down and 4. Couple receivers to the top of the formation. Bring a man, Van Samays in motion. They'll go handoff again. This is Dylan Chase trying to get to the left side and does. Got the 1st down and falls forward for an extra yard after the 1st down. That'll move the chains around the 42-yard line. Chase looks to be slow getting up, but finally makes his way back upright.
Number 11, Ojanaka Suparuchi with the tackle there. He was beat on that touchdown.
We have unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
Oh, that's
15 yards to be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
These kids got to start playing nice. Not sure where it was. Oh, there it is.
So following the 1st down run by Dylan Chase, tack 15 more yards onto the end of that, so the ball will be moved into Marauders territory at their 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Chieftains. A player down for the Chieftains makes his way back up. But he will need some assistance making his way to the sideline. We'll check on who that is.
Dylan Chase. Yeah, looks like he's walking gingerly on that right leg, and boy, hope that's not a knee. He was hit pretty good there by Ojanaka Suparuchi. See what they put some ice on, see what they come up with.
Chieftains come to the line. 1st and 10, just inside 10 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Welch in the shotgun, he'll go handoff. Looking to get vertical across the 40. Racing out to about the 35. Looks like he got right around that 35-yard line, about a yard short of the line to gain.
Oh, I don't know, they're gonna measure this or they're gonna, no, they're gonna call it a 1st down.
The far side official gave him the 35, but the official closer to us here by the Chieftain sideline went a yard further and marked him for the 1st down. So the ball is spotted at the Marauders' 34-yard line, and that's good enough for a Chieftain 1st down.
Stempnick, number 14, with a tackle.
Welch checking the sideline for the play. They'll shift a man across the line. Call the snap, hand it off. Straight up the middle, across the 30, pushing his way forward. And able to get it to around the 28-yard line before being brought down there.
I mean, Azar is quite the workhorse tonight. He is really running hard, and he's getting some nice holes to run into, run through. But he's running with purpose tonight, boy. I'll tell you what.
We've seen all three Chieftain running backs here this evening. Azar, Dylan Chase, who went down just a few moments ago with that injury. There he is on the sideline, as well as Jaden Slaughter had a nice run in the first half of play that eventually led to a Chieftain touchdown. On 2nd down and 4, bring the man in motion again. This time they'll go handoff again up the middle.
Oh, nice cut.
Shaking his way across the first down line. He'll get it all the way to the 20. Ball came out, but they say he was down first. Marauders came streaking out of the pile with it.
Well, they've been trying to do that all night, take the ball, but again, Azar with a great vision. It looks like who's coming out here? Is that Mahoney? No, Azar's coming out. It looked like he was holding his arm funny, but oh, he landed on it. That was
Azar comes out, may have been shaken up on that play, but it looks like Jaden Slaughter was checking in regardless, so we'll check to see if Azar makes his way back in the game shortly. On 1st down and 10 from the 20, Chieftains on the move, up a touchdown. They'll go handoff to Slaughter. He looks to stretch it, and the Marauders defense right there to meet him at the 20-yard line. Not a lot doing on 1st down.
Caleb Barlow, big number 60, got and closed that hole rather quickly on him. You'll see Caleb here. Jim Graham Slaughter, and he wasn't going to let him go. They got to throw him down too. Boy.
So no gain on the run by Slaughter, brings up 2nd down and 10. Just about 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Chieftains' first possession of this 2nd half following the interception by Alessandro Van Samays on the opening possession of our 2nd half of play here from Swinehart Field. Handoff goes to Slaughter again, stacked up at the line of scrimmage and driven back. They'll give him forward progress for about a yard there on 2nd down.
Yeah, big number 72, Rayvon Minchiner. A little bit excited there.
They do spot Slaughter a yard, so brings up 3rd down and 9.
Look at Minchner. He just was waiting for him. He knew he was going to eat him up. And look, he just, you want to look good on films, you know. He did there for sure.
Chieftains break the huddle. They'll send one man to the top of the formation. Running back Azar checks back in, throws in the slot just behind his intended receiver, falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Looks like he was looking for Malone.
Yeah, the kicker there is the wide receiver as well. I'm sorry, he's not the kicker. Looks like we are gonna have the kicker come on, and that's
Jack Mahoney.
Jack Mahoney. What is that going to be, a 35-yarder? The wind is a little bit in his face, so we'll see if he gets a good foot under it.
This should be just within his range as he drives this one in. It's high enough, but he pushed it just wide, no good. And our score remains the Chieftains 14, the Warren Mott Marauders 7, 5:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So the Chieftains come up empty following the Alessandro Van Samays interception.
I mean, he certainly had enough leg. It was just a matter of accuracy there. As you said, he just kind of pushed it a bit and just missed it. But man, enough leg for a 35-yarder. It looked like it could have been enough for a 45-yarder. Now we'll see if the Chieftains defense can hang tight against these Marauders.
Following our game this evening on Shelby TV will be the homecoming festivities here from Swinehart Field. Tim Meyer, Stephen McDonald here with you. Sims in the shotgun, brings a man in motion. Running back is to his right. He'll roll to his right. Looks like a designed run all the way, and he scampers out of bounds after a very short gain.
Look like Flowers over there. for Utica did a nice job of cutting him off, so he maybe about a yard. See it here. No, that was Slaughter. And Slaughter has the speed to cut off the outside, so he was the one that forced him out.
Jack Malone also in pursuit of Sims, but Slaughter got there first. 2nd down and 10, no gain on that design quarterback run. Straight drop, Sims looking deep, middle, has a man, and this ball is intercepted once again by the Chieftain defense right around the 50-yard line. And right on cue, Jack Malone picks it out of the air, and the Chieftains with their 2nd straight turnover.
And Jack Malone was reading that all the way. Coming over there, he's reading it all the way. And a bit of a wounded duck there. He does a great job of picking the ball off. Utica now has a chance. They could open this thing up if they can get another score, and that's going to be very difficult for Warren Mott to come back on.
Came up empty on that last possession just moments ago. Now ball spotted at their 49-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll look to get something going here on this possession. Their 2nd of our 2nd half, both coming off interceptions by Sims. They go handoff straight up the middle. This looks like Azar cutting his way across the 50 and now stacked up as he drives ahead down near the 45. They'll give him the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 5.
See here. Again, running hard again. Azar, his offensive line are bulls. He saw the push on that left side of that line, and he went to that area. And look, he got a good gain, 5 yards. It's the way you want to do it on 2nd down. Make it 2nd and easy. That's what you want.
As we hit 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Darren Welch and the Chieftains offense comes up to the ball. Handoff again, straight up the middle, 40 and inside the 40. That gives them the 1st down and a few yards more to around the 39-yard line.
That little hesitation by Azar let his blocks set up. Watch it here. Just waits, hesitates for the block to come, and then runs right into Anderson and bowls him over. No, Anderson tackled him, but he absorbed the blow. But another 1st down for the Chieftains at the 38, so here we go.
1st and 10 from there. Welch in the shotgun. Looks like he has Azar to his left.
A real running situation here.
Stack that line of scrimmage. They do go handoff. Fights his way forward, breaks a couple tackles, and down at the 25-yard line.
Milanoff makes the tackle, but watch 25. He's not in the screen, but he got clean, man. Martin Swanky got cleaned up on that Utica line. He's laying there. Man, he got smacked.
Another 1st down on the ground for this Chieftain offense. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Up 7 on the Warren Mott Marauders. They've hung around for most of our game here tonight, but so far back-to-back turnovers gives the Chieftains the ball.
Chieftains got to go. They're already the referee's already counting. They're going to have to call a timeout. It took a long time for them to get that play in and the plays are being called up here by, Doug Patterson. I know he's up here. I don't know what delayed on the play call. The bench was looking up here. Hey, what's the play? What's the play?
And timeout, the 1st of the half for the Chieftains. The Marauders with all 3 still of their timeouts to play with.
Here you see Azar. This kid is just running hard. Runs right through a tackle, 2 tackles, almost 3. Milanoff finally gets him, but the hard running of Azar, I haven't seen anybody run that hard in a long time. He's putting on a little clinic here, and his offensive line is moving people. And they're big enough to do that. They're big enough to pick you up and carry 100 yards across this field. Wouldn't that be fun?
Well, in my days here as a Chieftain, I ran this field on a number of occasions, probably more than I'd care to count. But on first down and 10 from the 25, 3:27 to go here, third quarter. Welch back in the shotgun. Looks like he has Slaughter as his running back. He goes play action, looking middle, has a man, and inside the 5 and down to around the 2-yard line. A big play on first down as Welch connects with his favorite target, Anthony Flowers.
And I'm not sure why there was 2 receivers in the same pattern. They're in the same area. It looked like they could have screwed that up. I mean, Flowers looked like he could have had a touchdown. So they got to do a little correcting there. Well, who's supposed to be where, you know?
Take another look at that.
I mean, he's
spiral.
tackled by his own guy.
Tommy Boyd was also in the area.
I don't think Tommy was supposed to be there.
So first and goal, ball on the 2. Inside 3 minutes to play, they go handoff. Cuts it upfield and into the end zone for the Chieftain touchdown. Azar gets into the end zone for the second time today. First time on the ground. Had the first touchdown of the game on a pass from Darren Welch out of the backfield. Chieftains go up 20-7 with the extra point upcoming as we take a look at the student section known as the Tribe, decked out in orange and black here. This is somewhat of a senior night here for them as well. Extra point is up and good. That brings our score, the Utica Chieftains 21 and the Warren Mott Marauders 7. As we take another look at that,
you drive it down
our touchdown.
Yeah, you drive it down the field on the back and on the legs of number 14. Azar, why not give it to him when you're close? You know he's going to get at least a couple of yards, and that's all you need is 1. It's a good job by the Chieftains to take advantage of the turnover and march it down the field and get a 2-score lead over these Marauders. The Marauders can be explosive. But if Utica can just, they took what? They took down to 2:44 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, something I found interesting when looking at this Chieftain team prior to tonight's game, they're on pace to go well over 200 points for the year. Would be only the 3rd time since 2009 that a Chieftains offense has gone over 200 points for a season. They did it back in 2009 and 2010, and that 2010 team made the postseason. The run up and the kick, this one relatively short, hits around the 20-yard line, takes a couple hops, fielded there by Christian Gilbert, excuse me.
Look out.
He's still on his feet. He breaks it out towards the 30 and finally tripped up there and stumbles down. Looks like they'll mark him right at that 31-yard line they'll give him.
Tommy Boyd with the tackle there.
Potentially touchdown saving tackle.
It was. And we're going to start at the 31. See him there. It was a good play. And, you thought, man, Christian Gilbert, he's going to break this one, but Boyd had enough speed to cut off. Well, see what the Marauders are going to do. They're going to go back to the air now that they're down 2 scores? Or?
And we'll see if that return sparks something for this offense and Christian Gilbert. They go play fake handoff up the middle. Not a ton of room there, and he's met and dropped right back at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Blaze Armstead Jr., number 21, got that ball, thought he was going to really go through that line. That Chiefs are right there. Good job of closing that hole.
Gavin Zbytowski credited with the tackle. Looked like Stephen Paquette might have gotten in there as well, another senior for this Chieftain team. On 2nd down and 10, they go handoff, but a flag comes in right at the snap. Looks like we'll get a false start against Warren Mott.
All right, we have a false start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Following the false start penalty, that brings up 2nd and 15. Spot the ball back at the Marauders' 26-yard line, just inside 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. As they get the play from the sideline.
I think I know that play.
defense back-to-back interceptions here in the third quarter as Sims drops back, pressure coming, avoids it, steps by another defender, now all the way across the field, throws, got it complete, and he's out of bounds for the first down.
Man, what a great job.
Looks
Not
like
only by
Green.
Sims, but it's Green that comes back and helps his quarterback out. Beautiful job by Michael Green, the senior wide receiver, recognizing his quarterback was in trouble. He comes back for the football.
Marauders go quickly, still on his feet across the 50, pushing ahead, and finally
Blaze
tumbles down at the
Armistead.
40. Took about every Chieftain defender on the field to finally bring him down as he gains the 39-yard line of the Chieftains for a first down. Again, they go quickly back to the ground and brought down, but not after gaining about 4 on the run.
Armistead is a powerful back, and once he gets going, he is hard to bring down. You see, he's a very powerful back, strong legs, decent speed.
This time they'll go swing pass looking for Green, and that pass falls incomplete.
I had a little bit too much heat on it. Hit him in a bad spot, the hands.
Clock stops, 49.1 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. 21-7 our score. Chieftains put the ball in the end zone just a few moments ago with Jason Azar. 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Marauders. 3 receivers come to the bottom of the screen. Sims in the shotgun with Armistead.
Uh-oh.
Sims on the keeper, down the sideline, and we'll see where they mark him out. Couple yards short of that line gain, brings up 4th down and I would say about 3, and that is what they'll give him at the 32-yard line. Clock continues to run here inside 30 seconds to play. Marauders back to the line, they'll keep the offense on the field. Green comes in motion, now he'll shift back outside. And now Sims checking the sideline. I wouldn't be surprised, Tim, if they just run this down and take it to the 4th, but then again, I could be wrong.
Oh, that's going to stop the clock. That's an illegal procedure as the lineman moved there. That's going to stop the clock. I don't know if that's going to change their decision
Dead ball,
to go
false
for.
start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
4th down. I had to correct the official. He was wrong. But yeah, certainly he's going to stop the clock. But now you got 4th and 8?
That is how we will begin, I believe, the 4th quarter.
Yep, they're going to run it off. So I thought it would stop the clock, but it must be under 10 seconds. Doesn't stop it. So that's going to be the end of the 3rd.
Our score at the end of 3, the Utica Chieftains 21, the Warren Mott Marauders 7. The Marauders will have it 4th down and 8 from the 37-yard line as we are moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. And Tim, we'll get your thoughts here in just a second on this final 12 minutes of play here from Swinehart Field. Homecoming weekend again for the Chieftains here. Also the final home game for the seniors, not just the football team. Also want to acknowledge the marching band, cheer team, dance team, and even the students here in attendance tonight. But
Yeah,
Tim, getting
well,
your thoughts?
they're gonna have the homecoming queen, isn't it? She coming out with the homecoming king after the game. That's when they're gonna do it.
From what I've heard, yes, that is going to be the game plan following our game here in about the next 12 minutes of action or so. We will find out who the homecoming king and queen will be here at Swinehart Field.
So you're gonna stick around for that. You gonna cover that?
I won't be covering it. I will not be covering it, but I will
Stick around.
most likely stick around just to see how that turns out. Straight up the middle, pressure coming. This looks like Malone, and he is dropped for a loss.
No, that was.
Correction, that was Zach Perozic, number 17. Tough to tell some of these numbers from up here in the booth tonight. Chieftains going with a alternate gray uniform, but Perozic straight up the middle, able to bring Sims down.
Good closing speed there, and you know what? He gives his offense great field position with that sack.
Ball spotted at the Chieftain 44-yard line. Does flip the field just a little bit with that 4th down stop, as you said, Tim. Gives them a few extra yards to play with. Just about 6 seconds in to this 4th and final quarter of play. Chieftains will take over at that 44-yard line, up 2 scores.
Now, I don't expect them to change much. I think Azar is going to get the football.
He will, trying to get out to the left side, has a couple Marauders in pursuit. He gets a couple, but a flag comes in behind the play.
They're going to get Gavin Svetowski for holding.
That's something that, again, going back to the comments made by head coach Matt Maruli pregame, when I talked with him, said that they made a few mistakes. Couple penalties cost them some touchdowns a week ago against the Ford Falcons. That's something that he felt they did better with as the game moved along. They cleaned a lot of those things up, but it has come back to bite them here a little bit this evening, and we saw that again there on the run by Jason Azar.
Yeah, a couple holdings, but pass interference, so it was big ones that hurt him. But pass interference may happen. I don't think it was done on purpose. Fake the flower.
So Welch will roll, looking deep, has a couple players in the area. Azar's there, and he makes the catch at the 30-yard line. The defender draped all over him, and another big play for the Chieftains offense.
What an adjustment to the football by Azar. And as I was looking downfield, I didn't think he was the primary receiver. Then you watch Welch, he sees him, and he goes, you know what, I'm gonna heave it up there. Look at that catch by Azar, concentrating and catching that football in the air.
So the ball spotted all the way down to the Marauders' 30, 1st and 10. A minute gone here in the final quarter from Swinehart Field. You're watching Shelby TV, my broadcast partner Tim Meyer. I'm Stephen McDonald.
Here we go.
Handoff goes to Azar, jump cut across the 30 line of scrimmage and gets a couple there on 1st down. Looks like they'll give him 3 on that run.
It looked like nobody really could see it, but it looked like Bryce Gatellis and Dominic Ianta were having their own little battle, number 5 and number 52, over there at the top of the screen.
Zach Perozic, the Chieftains tight end, checks back in. On 2nd down and 7, ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Bring Svetowski in motion. They'll go handoff Azar. Gets it all the way inside the 20, inside the 15. They'll spot him at the 13, and again, that's another 1st down for the Chieftains.
A good tackle by Ianta. Otherwise, Azar's in the end zone. Watch number 5 as he tracks him down and then makes the tackle. But if he doesn't, Azar is gone for a score.
Azar hunting touchdown number 3 on the night. Has 1 through the air and 1 on the ground. He's gotten the bulk of the carries here in the second half as Dylan Chase unfortunately went down with an injury earlier in tonight's game.
See what they call it, a shotgun. Got a man in motion, Svetowski.
Yeah, handoff Azar again. Makes a couple men miss inside the 5, dragging his defender to the goal line. And they'll say again brought down just short of the goal line. And that happened earlier on here in the second half. Just stopped short of that end zone.
Okay, I got $100 in my pocket. I bet you Azar gets a football. What, will you bet me? Will you take that bet? I mean, he was almost in there. He should have been.
I think if we polled a few fans here in attendance here tonight, they'd all say the same thing. This ball is almost guaranteed to go to the senior running back, Jason Azar. On 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff, met in the hole, falling forward, and it's a touchdown for the Chieftains. He would not be denied, and he gets in as he was stopped just short on the last play.
That big number 7 Milanoff hit him, but his 4-2 just, look, Eric Milanoff hits him, but man, Azar had the momentum going and bounced it into the end zone for a touchdown. Good stuff.
Extra point upcoming. Chieftains up now 3 scores on the Marauders. Welch the hold, kick is up, and good. That brings our score, the Utica Chieftains 28, the Warren Mott Marauders 7. And coming into play tonight, the Chieftain offense averaging around 30 points per contest here this year, just a little bit under that here tonight.
And that run for the touchdown that you just saw is just the epitome of how Azar's been running tonight. Number 14 has been the workhorse, and he looks like unstoppable out there. He's making some good cuts in the hole, and he's getting good play out of his offensive line. But Azar's the man tonight. He is giving the Chieftains some steadiness back there, some great running. And the cheerleaders doing a good job there. They were doing flips on the sidelines, and I asked one of them, I said, can you teach me how to do that? She goes, who's going to pay for my liability insurance? No, I would never try that. Not even in a swimming pool.
So with 8.5 to go here in the final quarter of play from Swinehart Field. Chieftains to kick it away up 28-7. Send this ball short towards the near side. Fielded there by the Marauders. Got it up around the 30, and he's going to be brought down right there. Again, a nice job by the Chieftains special teams.
It's Tommy Harris, number 12, with the return. And the Chieftains do a good job of covering that kickoff. A little frustration setting in there on that Marauder sidelines. It's a great job of covering it. You know, the first guy missed, but the rest of them are like the old Miami Dolphin killer bees.
So the Marauders will take over on the 30, 1st and 10. Marauders bringing in a
Marlowe's
extra
coming
offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's coming in at a right tackle. Like I said, a lot of guys going both ways for the Marauders.
They'll go handoff. This looks like Liggins. And he's stacked up, but not after he gains a good chunk of about 5 there on 1st down.
Fortunately, the clock's going to keep running. Good run there by Liggins, rather. Good tackle there by Mahoney.
On 2nd down and 5, they looked at the sideline for the play. Inside 8 minutes to go. Green comes in motion. They will go play action this time. Chieftains able to get a little bit of pressure in the face of Sims. All the way to the sideline and throws this ball incomplete in the area of Ja'Cory Anderson. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Anderson was coming back for that football. But Tallis over there. Sims, you know, he didn't have a lot of options there. He ran out of options. He got close to that sideline. Good job by that Chieftain defensive line. Keeping the pressure on.
Following tonight's game, the Chieftains will finish up the 2021 season on the road at Chippewa Valley and then Sterling Heights High School on 3rd and 5. A keeper for Sims. Bounces outside the tackle, getting all the way to the sideline, but he's going to be brought down. Looks like he maybe got a yard, if that, on 3rd and 5.
Tommy Boyd over there. Good job with the closing speed here. Oh, that's Slaughter over there. And Boyd, just for good measure, gives him an elbow to chops there. Yeah, Josiah Sims cannot get outside, and it's a great job by Slaughter and Boyd to cut that off. So they're going to punt. Nobody's deep for Utica, so I don't.
Held on to it for a while before he lets it go again. Nobody back deep for Utica as this ball lands around the 22-yard line and is downed as it takes a little bit of a Chieftain forward bounce to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, we see no flags, and we'll see if we're going to. I don't know if you're going to see Mr. Maruli here. Unless that's our only option. Yeah, he's coming out there. I don't know, man. 28-7. Well, there's the. I'm sorry, Azar. That's Mr. Maruli right there. And I heard that he was a homecoming king. Is that true?
I have not heard that, but
I had heard that.
I know
on the
you spoke
sideline.
to him before the game after I got done talking with him, so maybe he let that one slip in a little bit.
I think so. I think he was.
But the Chieftains will take over. New quarterback in the game, Jack Malone, shifts over from wide receiver to take over at quarterback for the Chieftains from the 24-yard line. They go handoff.
Guess who?
Azar rumbling forward, gets the first down and a couple of yards more as he crosses the 35 to the 36-yard line.
That's just typical of the Azar run, the blocking and going forward, Now, we'll see what they call. Clock is running with the 6:05 and counting left to go here in the ball game.
So Malone comes out. Darren Welch back in at quarterback with 6 minutes to play. Chieftains well in control of this ball game here from Swinehart Field. Bring a man in motion across the line. Go handoff again. Azar, couple cuts, gets to the 40 and a couple of yards extra to the 41-yard line.
And more importantly, keeps that clock rolling. Azar here with some nice cuts like he's been running all night. Ianza finally got in on the tackle again. He's probably tired of seeing Azar.
So on the run brings up 2nd down and 5. Approaching 5 minutes to go here. Chieftains in no hurry to get up to the line. Couple receivers to the top of the formation. Welch in the shotgun, running back to his right. They'll go handoff. Azar pushing his way ahead, has the first down and more. And finally brought down around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they got number 9 there. He's still fighting for yardage, and Christian Gilbert finally just had to pick him up and throw him down to get him down. He wouldn't go down, and Gilbert just gonna, you're going down, and he did. But again, the clock starts now. They got the first down. The clock's gonna start. Chieftains trying to wrap this up.
Chieftains just on their half of midfield. Couple receivers head out to the far side of the field. Welch brings Van Samays in motion. They go handoff again.
What a move by Azar.
Tripped up and falling forward was Azar. He'll get around the 47-yard line of the Marauders.
I mean, he throws a defender here, right with this move. Defender thought he was coming, gave the leg and took him back, and man, that was a good run by Azar.
Ja'Cory Anderson, the victim of the Azar move. 2nd down and 5. Chieftains come to the line. Ball spot at the 47-yard line. Perozic moving in tight. Receivers bunched up for the Chieftains here. Welch takes a long look at the Marauders defense. They go handoff again. Who else? It's Azar. Gets the 40 and he's driven out there.
I think he stayed in bounds. Are they going to call him out? Well, it stopped the clock with a first down, but let's see if they start the clock again. I thought he fell before he got out of bounds. Let's see it here. Is he out? No, he's in bounds, so it's just a... Yep, no, they started the clock again, so that's good for Utica.
Welch gets the play from the sideline. He'll relay it to his teammates in the huddle as they come out. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Just about 3 minutes to go here from Swinehart Field on Shelby TV. Slaughter gets the handoff, gets to the 35 before he's brought down.
Does a good job of staying in bounds.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Chieftains continuing to do well on the ground here tonight.
And it's been the ability of the Utica Chieftains behind that big offensive line to run the football tonight. It's been a time killer for Warren Mott. You see it, the time just seeping away here, and there's nothing they can do about it because they can't stop the Utica running game.
On 2nd and 5, they go handoff again. Makes a man miss at the 30, inside the 25, and finally brought down. A flag comes in late from the defensive secondary. We'll have to check on that. But that was another run good enough for a big gain for the Chieftains and gives them a new set of downs.
That looked like offensive lineman.
Face mask on the defense. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run.
First down. And Kilberg, number 40 for the Chieftains. He is a junior running back. Also plays linebacker for the Chieftain defense. As we enter the final 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go from Swinehart Field. Ball spotted at the Marauders' 19-yard line following the run by Kilberg. Welch will go under center for this next snap and take a quick knee down.
I mean, Mott has 3 timeouts. They're not going to use them. And why would you? 28-7. Not even your miracle of miracles could pull this one off for Warren Mott tonight.
Chieftains just moments away from improving to 4-3 on the year, 4-1 in Mac White play. Marauders will fall to 3-4 on the year, 2-3 in Mac White play. Chieftains will head on the road next week to Chippewa Valley to take on the Big Reds. Another kneel down by Welch.
And that Chippewa Valley team is going to be certainly a little bit different than this Warren Mott team. You think you have speed on the Warren Mott team. That Chippewa Valley team is fast. And Cephas, the running back, is a load to bring down. They're going to have to play with their A game on the offensive and defensive lines next week.
I had the pleasure of calling 2 of Chippewa's games a year ago, both against the Eisenhower Eagles, and Cephas Harris, the running back, was probably the best player on the field in those games. As the final kneel down from Swinehart Field, the Chieftains get it done here on homecoming weekend, 28-7. Your final score, the Chieftains over the Warren Mott Marauders. Chieftains improved to 4-1 in Mac White play, 4-3 on the year overall. Warren Mott 2-3 in Mac White play, 3-4 here in 2021. Tim, get your final thoughts here on our contest from Swinehart Field.
Oh, a fine job by the Chieftains executing their offensive game plan. And their offensive game plan was to control the football, keep it out of the big playmaking of Josiah Sims and his receivers and running backs. They did a great job of that. They also did a great job on defense by picking off a few passes and keeping the Marauders' drives stopped. So good job by the Chieftains. They got a little bit of work to do. Don't get too celebratory because that Chippewa Valley team's a tough team. But hopefully they can bring a victory and defeat Chippewa Valley. It would do a lot for their playoff chances.
Well, for the Shelby TV, alongside my broadcast partner Tim Meyer, I'm Stephen McDonald saying so long from Swinehart Field, where our final score one final time is the Utica Chieftains 28 and the Warren Mott Marauders 7. This has been a presentation of Shelby TV.